Hey guys, today we're going to be back working on the 7th Gen Civic 01 to 05. What we're going to be doing today is replacing the thermostat. On mine in particular, it's summertime, man. It's getting up to like 90 degrees outside, close to 100 some days. But I drive it all day and the needle usually just stays completely buried in the cold. Every now and then it'll kind of come up, operating temp. Appears my thermostat sticking open. Some cases it'll stick closed and then it'll overheat. You know, if it was winter time and you needed heat, you wouldn't want it sticking closed because then you wouldn't have heat. So another thing is the car just kind of smells like it's running rich as well, which sometimes a byproduct. Fuel enrichment, fuel mixture is determined by temp as well. And the engine is designed to run at a certain temp, so that's what we want it to do. So basically, we're gonna be replacing the thermostat. I'm gonna show you the part real quick. This is what we got. We got the thermostat, seal. And while we're at it, this is only a few bucks. We're gonna replace the temp sensor as well. These are aftermarket parts. Usually on like critical parts like thermostats and stuff like that, I'll only use OEM. But I've done a bunch of cooling stuff on this car a while back, and I put an OEM Honda one in it, and that really hadn't been 5 or 6 years ago, and it's failing already. So wasn't that impressed with it. So we're just gonna put a aftermarket one on it. So like I said, let's look at it real quick. So on this model, the thermostat is in this lower radiator hose outlet. So right here in this housing, 2 bolts should come out, and it's pretty simple to get to. Another thing to note on this model, when you top your coolant off, you can see the cap is kind of far down on the car in relation to some of the other components. So they make a deal like a big kind of cup you can fit on here to top it off with, because on this model, the way the hoses and stuff is for the heater core, it kind of sits above, like the heater core, just to say the hoses and heater core is up here, and your radiator fill is about right here. And being that stuff sits above the radiator fill, if you go to fill it up, you'll get an air pocket in there, and that'll leave you like overheating, like at idle and stuff like that. So what you want to do to that, like I said, they've got these fancy funnels you can put on here to overcome that. Or what I do is when I top off the coolant, I just jack the front end way up in the air to make this point higher than the back. Jack the front end way up, then this point is the highest point. You want your fuel point to be the highest point in the system. That way you don't get air pockets in it. Alright, so first what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna jack it up, put it on stands. I'm gonna drain this coolant. I'm gonna try and drain it in a clean bucket, because I already did a lot of the cooling stuff on it a while back, like all new hoses, heater hoses, everything. Basically this whole entire system has been replaced, from radiator, water pump, every gasket, every seal, every hose, everything. So the coolant's pretty fresh, so I'm gonna try and recover that and try to reuse that. So that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna jack it up. Now I'm gonna show you how to drain it out, and we'll get started. Alright, so I pulled the radiator cap off, and that kind of helps open the system up. That way everything can come on out of there. Okay, got that. So next, we'll undo this. We'll undo this harness here. Okay. I'll pull this out the way too, just to give us a little more room. So now I'm going to take off the lower hose, and then we'll unbolt the housing. Okay, it's got 2 10mm bolts. Okay, so now, whoa, okay, just fell off. Yeah, there's a thermostat. Okay, so I'm gonna clean up the housing here. It's a little bit of corrosion on it. Okay, I'm gonna take our new one, just make sure everything kind of looks the same. Okay, you want to make sure when you put it in, this pin goes up. Now, so basically, so we put it back in, put the pin up, and these grooves in the seal will align with some grooves in the housing. I'm gonna clean that housing a little bit as well. You know what? Just for you guys, we'll just top hose so you can get a better view of it. Put this in, like I said, with the pin up, and then when you get in the right spot, it'll fit right in. So you watch, it's not fitting. You rotate it, then it fits right there. Okay, now we'll put our hose back on. Okay, tighten that down. Okay, put that back on. Okay, so that's that. We're gonna replace this sensor up top like I was talking about. Place the sensor right here. Okay, the sensor. Make sure we remove this O-ring stuck to the block. Alright, so that's it. So now what we're going to do is make sure you tighten up the petcock. We're going to top the coolant back off. Then we'll pretty much be done with the job. Like I said, we've already got the car jacked up. I'm going to jack it up a little bit more just to make sure the front end's up high enough. Then we'll top it off. Alright, so we just went around the block. We're at perfect operating temp. Recently, I would have drove all the way around the block, come back, it'd still be dead cold. So, yeah, so easy repair. It took about 20 minutes. Used all the same coolant. And so basically the only thing I spent, sensor, the thermostat, you don't have to replace the sensor, I just done it because it was old. So the thermostat and the sensor and the gasket, I might have had 25 bucks in it. So not bad. Car's back running like it's supposed to. Just an easy repair. So hopefully that helped you guys out. If you got any questions about it, let me know, and we'll see you on the next one. Thank you.